I've got a story first.
Okay.
When I was very young, I went to college in Boston, and I was interested in musical instruments at that point, and I used to go down to the flea market, and this was before Faneuil Hall and Quincy Market had been made modern and expensive and all those wonderful things it is now, and the Quincy Market was still a slaughterhouse at that point. There was a flea market out in front, and I used to go down there and look for banjos, take them back and fix them up. And one Sunday morning I went down there, and the entertainment was Joe Val and the Bluegrass Boys. And they were up on a flatbed truck, and nobody was paying any attention to them at all. And here was this wonderful, wonderful band, and I go by, and I'm about 20 years old at the time, and I go by and I'm carrying a banjo. And they're pretty bored up on stage, and they look down at me and they say, or I think it was actually Joe Valitz, he says, "Hey, little girl, can you play that banjo?" And I said, "Well, no, I can't. It doesn't have any strings on it. It's all broken. I got to fix it up." He says, "Well, can you play the banjo?" And I said, "Yeah, I can play the banjo." He says, "Well, get on up here." So they brought me up on stage, handed me this master tone that weighed at least 500 pounds. I could barely hold the thing up. And I think I probably knew 5 tunes at that point. So I played Mississippi Sawyer with Joe Val and the Bluegrass Boys, and it was one of the highlights of my musical career. So anyway, this is kind of a tribute and a thank you from me to Joe Val, who was so good to me that day.
Good man.
Walked along the river one quiet summer night. She said, "Do you remember when we parted long ago? You said you'd never go away and never leave me so." Well, she's the sweetest little rosebud this cowboy ever knew. Her eyes are like the diamonds, they sparkle in the dew. You can talk about your clementine or sing of Rosalie, but the yellow rose of Texas beats the bells of Tennessee.
I was just remembering one of the people that recorded that very early on in recording of the song itself and in his career, and that was Gene Autry, who did a very fine version of it before he started doing all those cowboy movie campfire songs and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and stuff like that. He was a great singer in his day, though. Well, we're going to play a little